combat coordination, medical, tactical, fire and engineering training. Before being sent to the war in Ukraine, mobilized Russians ought to go through all these stages of preparation. The truth? They do it only on paper.
We were officially told that there would be no preparation before being sent to the war zone. The regimental commanders confirmed this information.
Mobilized Russians find themselves at the front line within a few days after being drafted, without military training and even passing a medical commission. Given this, it is not surprising that the mobilized are already being killed in the war in Ukraine. Andrei Nikiforov, a lawyer from St. Petersburg, was killed on October the 7th near Lysychansk. This is the funeral of the Moscow resident Alexei Martynov, who was mobilized on September the 23rd. And in this photo, a farewell to Chelyabinsk residents Timur Akhmetshin and Anton Borisov. They were drafted in the last days of September, and on October the 9th, their relatives began to receive funerals. There are missing people among the freshly mobilized too.
The father of 3 children, mobilized from the Bryansk region, disappeared. He was sent to recapture Liman from the Ukrainian army. Since the early morning of October 1st, there was no more contact with him or with any of his colleagues. The military prosecutor's office does not respond to the statement of his wife either. From a message of the Telegram channel Sota.
Despite the fact that Putin announced mobilization only about a month ago, records are already being captured by the Ukrainian army.
I saw 4 people in the bushes. I came up and said, "Guys, help me." They turned around and said, "Whopa!" These were Ukrainian troops, and I raised my hands so as not to shoot and said, "That's it, I surrendered."
The number of Russians who managed to survive in the war against Ukraine, having been taken prisoner, numbers in dozens. Many of them surrendered voluntarily. Russians can get advice on how to lay down their arms correctly and safely thanks to the I Want to Leave project.
Since the start of the project, there have already been about 3,000 calls, both to the hotline phones and through social networks. Due to forced partial mobilization, the number of calls has indeed increased. The number of appeals has increased.
Ukrainian military guarantees the preservation of life and decent treatment to all prisoners and act within the framework of the Geneva Convention. Russian citizens who do not want to commit the crime of aggression against Ukraine can contact Ukrainian authorities round the clock via special hotline and through social media. Reported by Diana Kolesnik, Valeria Nakapalova, UATV News.